Howdy folks, my name's Reagan. Welcome back to the GWP Homestead. Today, we're going to be building these raised garden beds from reclaimed materials found here on our farm. Let's get to work. The very first thing we did when we were getting ready to make these beds is to make a plan. Now, I made mine in AutoCAD because I'm an engineer and I'm goofy. You could do this easily with a piece of paper and a pen, just sketch it out by hand, just whatever you want to do. But I did mine on the computer. By figuring out exactly how many beds we wanted and kind of the spacing, I was able to figure out how many cuts of each board, basically make a cut list for each board, and that allowed us to batch these out just quickly, and everything's cut. Now we can just move forward with building them. We're using salvage wood because I'm sure you're aware the price of lumber right now is just astronomical. These are all over our property. The previous owners of our place used these boards as fence rails. We're slowly replacing everything with a woven wire sheep and goat fence because we have goats and a 3-rail fence is useless for goats. So we're taking these down and we're going to use them over here in our beds, repurposing stuff, trying to make use of what we have on our property to grow our food, right? Now, a lot of people will tell you not to use treated wood because there are chemicals in it that could get into the soil, and if you grow your food in that, you're going to ingest it, and maybe there could be some problems down the road. So if you're going to do this, be careful. As far as I know, up until the year 2000, they treated these boards with arsenic, which is very bad, right? These are newer than that. I have full confidence these are newer than that because otherwise I think they'd have already completely disintegrated. So we're going to use them. You just exercise your own judgment in that. When this is said and done, the beds we're building today are going to be 3.5 feet by 9.5 feet. Most garden beds I've seen are 4 by 10. I don't expect these to last forever because I think these boards already have 1 foot in the grave. So we're just going to make them 3.5 by 3.5 by 9.5. One of these days when they start disintegrating and we want to replace them maybe piece by piece, 1 by 1, or however we want to do it, we can just grab some 2x lumber and build them directly on the outside of this of the beds that we're building today, and we're going to end up with 4 by 10 when we do that. But for today, we're just doing our best with what we've got, and I'm going to quit talking and start putting stuff on the ground.
Okay, that's the plan.
There's the plan. So what we did, we marked out the corners of our garden. I have a bamboo shoot here. Basically anything that was enough to poke into the ground, I used it as a corner marker. Did our best to make it square so that our rows are going to be running north-south. We're going to have 2 in the ground going this way, like east-west, and then the other ones are going to go north and south because our plan is to put a couple of bean tunnels in eventually.
Bean tunnels. And what's that word thing do?
That stops the video, so please don't push it. So we're going to go around here with a string line, measure everything off of it, and we're going to use these stakes. We're going to drive them in the ground to where I've got it marked here, and then whenever we go to screw our boards in, we'll do 2 high. We'll have just a little bit of board sticking out above the top of it here, and the boards are actually going to be on the inside of the stake where the dirt is. So when all the dirt is here and pushing out, it's not pushing against the screws, pushing the boards away. It's going to be pushing on the stake, and that's going to give us the strongest possible bed that we can work with. Trying to make everything square with a string line was really just an excuse to practice more with the string line because it's not something I do all that often. It's a skill that I need to have, and I'm just not very good at it, and still not very good at it here. But we did our best, and really, this is a garden. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it just needs to pass the eye test. Since all of our pieces were cut to length, we started off in one corner, drove the stake in, and then just went around and built the bed as we went. And then once the first level of the bed was built, we added the second level on top just to make it as tall as we wanted it to be. And then when that was done, we added whatever extra stakes we needed to give this bed as much strength and support as we desired. Again, it doesn't need to last forever. We just want it to hold up. It just needs to hold dirt so we can grow our plants. And then over time, if we want to make this prettier, if we want to replace stuff, we can do that. But for right now, we're going to get our garden started.
So Reagan's got the beds halfway built. All the big ones behind me there, you can see them. We're going to add another board on each one. But for now, it's going to rain tomorrow. So I'm going to put a board in the bottom of them and let the rain tomorrow get them really wet so they stay. It'll be our weed barrier, but it'll also give just more things in the bed to help decompose and fertilize our plants. So we get boxes all the time because we're constantly ordering stuff. So it's really easy. Pizza boxes are also good because there's cheese and stuff in there that can decompose. So I'm gonna put the boxes in the bottom of here. I'm probably gonna have to weight them down for a little bit because it is raining it's so windy today. So I'm probably gonna grab some of the offcuts and just place a few of them here and there. And then tomorrow after it starts raining, I can come pull them out after the boxes are somewhat wet.
Somewhere along the way, I lost a board that goes right back there on that one of the 9.5 foot long boards. Either I didn't cut enough and I miscounted, which could happen, or my children took it and it's lost in the woods, which equally likely. I'm really happy to have this done, and then over the course of the next few weeks, not really a month, I don't have months, but days, weeks, whatever, we're going to be taking sticks and filling these beds up, basically trying to save ourselves as much good, like, planting soil that we have to buy, because I'm not just going to go out here and dig a hole to fill my beds up with. We're going to be buying that dirt, and if we fill it with sticks up to a point, fill it up with as much, that's volume of dirt that I don't have to buy. And over time, the sticks will compost or rot, disintegrate, return to the earth, circle of life, and they'll become good dirt. Coming up real soon, Megan's going to be starting some seeds. Personally, I am most excited about the hot peppers. I can't wait for some jalapenos and some ghost peppers. Never done those before. I'm sure I'm going to hate myself for it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get those started soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys will subscribe to the channel so you get to follow our garden adventure. We're not gardeners, and this is really the first time that we've ever grown one. I grew up having a garden. My dad kept a really big one, a couple of pretty good sized ones, and I just kind of helped pull weeds. And he had a green thumb. I do not, or at least I haven't had one to this point. I'm sure he had a lot more practice than I do to this point as well. So gonna try and do our best. We're excited to grow as much of our own food here as we possibly can. So thank you guys so much for being here. It really means the world to us. Oh, and we're gonna be mulching down in between the rows and putting in some bean tunnels soon. We'll probably film that. So be here. We'd appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. My name's Reagan. This is the GWP Homestead. We'll see you soon.